Hello, my name is Martin Buckland. I am an executive career management practitioner. I manage and advance the careers of senior executives just like you across the world. If you enjoy this video and you've gained a lot of benefit from it, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell button where you will be notified of all future videos to come. There are many in the pipeline. Today, the topic is, I need to optimize my job search. Job search is an art. It's not something that really you want to delve into frequently. Many of my clients say they hate job search, and I can understand that because you're at a vulnerable time of your life too. But you need to treat it as a project. I see my clients who pre-plan everything and plan their days, plan their weeks, move from A to B faster than the other clients who take a long time and they're all over the place. So tell your spouse, tell your friends, tell your family, treat it as a full-time appointment if you are in career transition. As I said, you want to go from A to B in the fastest possible way. So treat it as a project. Define your goals. Where do you want to go? Be specific. So treat it as an operation. You want a bullseye. You want to go to this particular place. So a bullseye. And then if you don't reach that bullseye, you can then move out. So you need to have, before you go anywhere and launch your job search, you need to have a dynamic, ATS-friendly resume and CV. You also need to have a fully complete LinkedIn profile. Don't not have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile or you're not active on LinkedIn, you're going to do yourself a lot of damage. So let's go through it again. You need to have a dynamic ATS-friendly resume or CV, a LinkedIn profile, a suite of cover letters, but you need to have that plan, that job search plan, and show positivity. Conquer the fear of rejection. Yes, you're going to be rejected. I'm going to tell you, you are going to be rejected many times, but you only want one win. And there you are. You can hold that trophy high. A job is a trophy. So think of it that way. You're in a race. You want to be number one in all the races that you are competing. So the job search wheel. I am here in Canada, but I travel the world normally. And I see the percentile of advertised jobs varies from country to country. Here where I am in Canada, only 8% of jobs are advertised. That really horrifies people. They tell me, learned people, senior executives, think about 75 to 80% of jobs are advertised. That is a wrong attitude, and that's a sad reflection of how inexperienced people are in their job search strategy, their planning. So 8% here, about 19% in the US. And as you move to the Europe and going through Europe further east, the higher that figure gets, starting off in the UK, about 24 to 25%. Don't put all your eggs in one basket and keep on applying to job boards. You need to expand that job search wheel into the hidden job market. That, I bet you, is where you're going to find your next opportunity. And combine that with executive recruiters. You need to now start building, and this is key, this is vital, retaining those relationships with executive recruiters. Don't drop off the face of the earth the day you land your job and then think an executive recruiter or somebody like me can pick it up for you. We want to know. We all want to know when you're having fun and when you're delivering results. So relationship management is a key element to this whole job search project. Build and retain relationships. Treat the job search as a full-time gig. It's not just sitting on your couch 2 or 3 hours a day and working from your laptop or your computer or your cell phone and thinking that jobs are going to fall in your lap. Sadly, they don't. You need to be very proactive. So tell the people you are living with, your friends, your family, that you are going to lock yourself away for a minimum of 8 hours a day and treat it as a full-time project, a full-time gig. This is very, very serious. A lot is at stake. Treat it as a full-time position. So target market. The bullseye, you need to go for that bullseye initially. And then if you don't get that bullseye, you can expand it a little bit. But treat that bullseye as your focus for the first few weeks. Where do you want to go? What are the companies you want to go and work for? What position do you want in those particular companies? Target companies. This is where you find those hidden jobs. So if you want to go and work for ABC company or XYZ company, using LinkedIn and Google and other platforms, find the person who will be your boss or your boss's boss and see if you can build dialogue, a relationship with that person, because you never know. They might have a vacancy for you right now, or there might be a vacancy arriving in the next 3 or 4 weeks. You want to be on their radar. Back to relationship building. So treat it as a full-time job. Pick up networking. Sadly, where we are right now, I'm recording this in COVID, we cannot in person shake somebody's hand, but hopefully that will come back. But this is no excuse for you still not to network. Job search hasn't gone away. You just need to do it via the social media platforms, and you need to do it via the virtual communication platforms. So Teams, Zoom, make sure you're fully aware of how to use those. Be active. This is going to be a major component of your job search day. Treat it seriously. Tell people your goals, your network. As you build your network expands, tell people where you want to go, because everybody you speak to today, tomorrow, the next day has a network, and they might be able to pick up that network and generate a lead. And there they can give you a call and say, "Oh, Martin, I know of a job at AER company. You just mentioned to me the other day." Well, there you go. That's the way it works. Networking works. You need to embrace networking. Be targeted. Be specific. It's the bullseye again. Be prudent in sending out resumes. I see my clients who send out 1,000, or they may not be my clients, 1,000 resumes. They don't get any interest because they're not targeted. It's actually better, believe it or not, to send out 10 resumes than it is 1,000 untargeted. So be prudent in sending your resumes out. Here's some personal attributes that you need to embrace. Be bold, be confident, and conquer rejection. Rejection, yes, it hurts to everybody, and you're not going to win all the time, but you only want one win to get that trophy, to get that job. The job is the trophy. So aim towards that. The more rejections you have, the closer you are to a win. It's a race. You need some downtime. Don't go at it all the time, but it's like anything. The more hours you put in, the more opportunities are going to come your way. Now, this is a bug of mine, and I see this so many times in my clients and other people. I know we're in bad times right now, but don't apply for jobs where you've got less than 90% of the skill sets that they're asking for. It's a waste of your time, and it's also a waste of the decision maker at the other end's time. You don't want to waste people's time. It's very, very important. Every minute counts. So there are jobs waiting for you right now. And as I say, the bulk of them are in our hidden mode. Let's talk for 1 minute about executive recruiters. They can bring you huge value. Coming back to that relationship, you need to build and retain relationships with executive recruiters because they can manage your career for the rest of your life. They have a suite of clients, and every client, once every 3 or 4 or 5 months, may contact that executive recruiter and say, I'm looking for a vice president of marketing. I'm looking for a director of supply chain, or I'm looking for a COO. Make sure you are on the radar of many executive recruiters. So now we've got all that out of the way. You're getting closer to the interview. You're probably getting really excited. But an interview, like a job search, is not on the top of everybody's agenda. Interviews can be tough, but you need to frame your mind thinking that you are going to walk in that interview and blow the interviewers away, whether it be an individual interviewer or a panel interview. A panel interview can be a lot more difficult today, especially on virtual communications. But you need to train your mind into watching those people on that virtual communications as you enter and embark on that journey within the interview. Remember, an interview, and there are other videos which I'd like you to go to my YouTube channel and watch, is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. You need to come armed with questions. So ask them where you would like, where the company is heading, where would they think that you would be in a year or so. There are many questions. Ask questions and accept the questions. Once you get that interview, you are a step closer to winning the way. Thank the interviewers. I would encourage you to send each interviewer or the interviewer, if it was a single interviewer, a thank you note, but not on email. Have you heard of snail mail? Do you remember snail mail? Why don't you go and get some nice thank you cards and actually physically write to that interviewer? What impression are you going to leave? Because you are bringing your name back into that interviewer's mind by delivering that thank you note, that snail mail. Wrap it up. Hopefully you've got a lot of information from this video. But my philosophy as an executive career management practitioner is the day you land your job is the day to start your next job search. I know that is very tough to swallow, but you manage your career, not your employer. Sadly, in today's world, you can be terminated anytime. Please do me a favor, do your family a favor, and manage your career. If you've benefited from this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press that bell button. My name is Martin Buckland, and I am an executive career management practitioner.